Pablo's Tree by Pat Mora. I'm ready, Mama, I say. I'm ready for my birthday visit to Lito's. Hurry, Mama, I want to see my tree. I wonder if Lito, my grandfather, remembered. I wonder if he remembered to decorate my tree. I ask, Mama, did Abuelito decorate my tree? Your grandfather does not forget to decorate your tree, Pablo. Do you have your suitcase? What new birthday toys are you taking to Abuelito's? Asked Mama. I've got a purple car, my book about whales, and my tambourine, my flute, I say. Every year I spend the night after my birthday at my grandfather's house. We sit under my tree and we play with new toys. Every year Lito decorates my tree for my birthday visit. Maybe my grandfather forgot. Are you sure he didn't forget? I asked. I'm sure, said Mama. Please tell me, Mama. Please tell me what Lito put on my tree. Is it lights? Is it little piñatas? Mama smiles. Pablo, don't you like surprises? Come, let's go and see your tree. As we drive along, I ask, is it animals? Is it candy? My mother just smiles and winks. Lito, Lito, I say, I'm here, I'm here. Lito opens the screen door. His face is happy like a full moon. Lito gives my mother a kiss and a hug. Lito, I say, I brought my new birthday toys. We can sit under the tree and play with my toys all day and all night. Lito and my mother laugh. Pablo, says Lito, hugging, how is my big grandson? I give Lito a giant hug. He almost falls down. Pablo, says Mama, be careful, but Lito likes my giant hugs. Let's go see my tree, I say. Hurry, hurry, Lito. I take Lito's hand and pull him to the back door. When I see my tree, I run to it. I touch the tiny colored bells and wind chimes. Ooh, I say. I run around the tree, touching the bells and chimes. The wind blows and my tree jingles and rings. I give Lito another giant hug, and again I almost knock him down, but he just smiles. Mama gives each of us a goodbye kiss. We take her to her car and we put my suitcase in my room. Lito throws me an apple. We take the bag of toys out to the table under my tree. Lito plays my flute. He says, Pablo, do you remember the story of your tree? And I run around and round my tree and I touch its branches so the bells chimes and rings. I shake my new tambourine. One day my mother came to this house, I say. Yes, says Lito, your mother said, I am going to adopt a baby. I went to the nursery down the street and I bought a small tree and I said, this tree is for my grandson. And your mother said, Papa, what if the baby is a girl? And I said, I love girls, but this tree is for my boy. If it is a boy, he will have his name. He will have your name. He will be a Pablo too, said your mother. Then my mother. Lito stops and smiles. Then he asks, what did we buy for the new baby, Pablo? You and Mama bought bottles and blankets for me, I say. Yes, says Lito, laughing. We waited and waited for the phone to ring. We waited for the words, come get your baby. I watered your tree, but I didn't plant it. I waited for you. First, I put the little tree in the front yard near the sidewalk. No, I said, this spot is too noisy for my boy's tree. And then I put it there in the rose garden and I say, but you saw too many thorns. Then you put my tree here. One day, said Lito, the phone rang and your mother called. Her voice was full of smiles. She said, Papa, guess what? I said, when do I see my boy? Your mother laughed and laughed and she said, Papa, how did you know? I put your tree in the front by the front door to welcome you and I washed my face and combed my hair. I looked at out the window and waited for your mother's car. I went out front and walked back and forth on the sidewalk. Then I saw it. I watched your mother lift you out so carefully. I looked at you and you looked at me. Your mother said, "Hold him, Papa, hold Pablo. You fit just right into my arms." I said, "Pablo, come and see your new tree." Then I said, "Come, let's plant Pablo's tree." Your mother held you while I got my shovel and watering can, says Lito. Carefully I dug a hole and planted your tree here in the sun. I say, and the tree grew and grew, like me, on your first birthday, said Lito. I hung streamers on your little tree, yellow, orange, and red, and I carried you out to see them. And you grabbed them in my fist. And I grabbed them in my fist, I say. On your second birthday, I tied balloons of every color, says Lito. You ran around and around your tree. I lifted you up to touch your balloons. You did not let me rest. On my third birthday, you put out paper lanterns on my tree. And what was on your tree last year? Bird cages, I say. You put tiny bird cages all over my tree. And this birthday is bells and chimes. I race around and around my tree, and I touch the branches as they sing. Lito and I sit and listen to the wind, and we listen to my tree, and we munch on apples. I ask, what will you put on my tree next year, Lito? Lito chuckles and winks. Pablo, that's a surprise. The end.